now let's bring in 12 News politics editor Ted Nesi to help us make sense of the numbers we're seeing tonight, because this is anything but average here.
This is not a normal election, absolutely. So first, let's take a look to help people understand why we keep mentioning the mail ballots. We have a breakdown of where the voting happened this year. As you can see, about 45,000 people voted in person today. Then about 7,000 people voted in person early, but then you have 33,000 mail ballots. So the results we're showing tonight on the screen are just those 44,000, 45,000 people who voted in person today. That leaves a ton of votes still to be counted, and the Board of Elections telling me tonight they don't know that they'll finish counting those before Thursday. So in some of these tight races, that could swing things.
So when we saw the Cranston race, the Republican side, because Hopkins had such a big lead, there was the concession there, but some of these other races are so close, you don't know what the mail ballots are going to look like.
Absolutely. I'm watching the General Assembly races very closely. People can see my little notepad where I write down the names as I decide someone's in trouble. And I'm seeing a number of people have reason to be nervous. Let's start with the most powerful person who had a big race tonight. That's Senate President Dominic Ruggerio, whose district straddles North Providence and Providence. Senate President Ruggerio up 54-46. He's at about 1,200 votes, about 1,000 for his challenger. But he released a statement a short time ago saying he's confident he will have enough support on the mail ballots in that race to keep him ahead and win that race. But when I turn elsewhere, I see people like Senate Finance Committee Bill Connolly, who's faced a fierce backlash for being a lawyer for that Metacomet redevelopment project. He right now is losing. Again, we have to see the mail ballots, know about that. Other names, veterans like Central Falls Senator Betty Crowley, Providence Senator Harold Metz, Representative Ray Johnston up in Pawtucket, Representative Chris Malaya up in Cranston. Some people will recognize these names. Those are all people tonight who are going to be looking closely at the mail ballots. Right now, though, I'd say you can see this is looking like a good night for progressives in Rhode Island.
All right. Thanks, Ted, as always, for your expertise on election night. I'm sure we'll be hearing more from you later tonight.
And now turning to the local mayoral races, we have Democratic primaries in both Pawtucket and Warwick today. And incumbent David Norton is looking to unseat incumbent Pawtucket Mayor Donald Grebian. Grebian with 65% of the vote and Norton with 35%.
In Warwick, Mayor Joe Solomon is up against Democrat Carol Callahan Bainham. Solomon with 63% of the vote to Bainham's 37%, taking this pretty solidly right now.
And in Central Falls, former police chief Joseph Morin and Maria Rivera and Tia Ristiano Sigel were looking to replace Mayor James Diosa, and you can see Rivera with a huge lead at 67% of the vote. Now in the race for Rhode Island's 2nd Congressional District, Democrat Dylan Conley is vying for incumbent Jim Langevin's seat, which he's held now since 2011, and you can see the congressman with a huge lead right now.
And on the Republican side, Robert Lancia up against Donald Robio. The two winners from each party will face each other in the November election. Lancia with 73% of the vote right now, and that's with 91% in. So as far as in-person votes go there, we are declaring him a winner tonight.